murder in any flow. I just had to let you know.
I'm not playing with them. I'm about to play a man game.
Pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room.
When I get on, when the game over, I get on.
As the Colts get set
I'm rock right now, though.
With the Denver Broncos. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, I know I'm gonna lose. I'm rocked right now. You heard? Rocked.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
One of the advantages of zone defenses I remember is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Campbell making the catch. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
They all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Taken in by the
Murder, my man Murder now, nigga.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
What you gonna do? You gonna fight me for the name?
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's the 2nd year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines.
My name's Schmurder.
After taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now,
It's
first
zone,
and
I should be able
10.
to run the screen now. Switch to man. We're going to go back to
They'll
line.
run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers.
Oh, he can't drop that.
Incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers.
That's so fake.
That'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to it, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes.
I'm the fucking
I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think
Hold on. I got to leave the party real quick. I can't play like this.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
On the ready. 58 to mine. Down the little two-jet bombers. Little two-jet bombers.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. 58, boys, 58. Topper. Let's go.
A give, running right, Lindsay. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ready. Hey, Delta. Hey, 58's the mic. Well, 58's the mic. You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball. 58's the mic.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready! 180! Let's go, D! It's going to be a long day on offense. Left, right. 0. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
3rd and long for Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The end result, 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
All right. Block 15! Check 45 tonight. Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Defense shows blitz. Rivers. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. This is Mack on the counter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Back 390. Back 180. Hey, Delta.
Rivers now from the 50. Funches has it complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine
a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Rivers now. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
180, 190. You don't know no better.
On 1st down, it's Mack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 24-yard
180.
line.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll run here with Mack. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Broncos 9-yard
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Rivers to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get it all in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field.
Block will try again on 2nd down. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 30.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go!
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Block now on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. We'll see how he bounces back.
And now he's taken down, and Rivers in the end zone. Down to the ground he goes. That results in a safety and 2 points. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. Rivers now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Throwing Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Rivers on the money, complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
You better be afraid of me.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check Mike 40. Check 89.
Here's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. A nice little juke. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 44 yards on the ground. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They come up in an offset eye. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Andy Janovich, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Broncos 16, Colts nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A first down run, good for about 3. Second and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, baby.
Hey, 79! 79! Hey, wahoo! Hey,
Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
red! Red! Hey, orbit!
On 3rd down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight. Throw it. Got to keep pounding away.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Let's go now. 10-2 soft.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Kill.
Hey, echo. 5.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Pull it high.
Check. Crunch. Begin.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
50. Man, that's trash.
2.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. 2nd tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the 2nd Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. From the gun on 3rd down. Locke. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all because we're...
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. To throw is Brissett. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it. Still down 10.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That one goes for 24 yards. Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second and 12, Locke completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Denver.
Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. 60 or.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. On first and 10, Brissett. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Brissett to throw on first. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On second down, Brissett again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Ready?
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
QB's trash. Let's go. Check.
Another run by Lindsey. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. We talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Let's go at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go. 45.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got it to Hilton. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. From the gun, here's Brissett. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Hey, Haywood. Go.
58's the money. 58's the money. I got you.
Go, big trip.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 32 on the play.
Ready. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Let's go.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll actually throw it with Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.